Hey guys, Super Comics here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the secret bosses, their connections with Gaster or the Knight, and what the next bosses might be like. So, let's get right into the video. And remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this. In Undertale, the river person says, "Beware the man who speaks in hands." This is clearly referencing Gaster and how hands are some of the symbols in Wingdings. But what if I said the two secret bosses so far also speak in hands? For Spamton, it's much more obvious. He turns his hands into phones. Phones are a huge part of Spamton's personality. You can hear phones ring throughout most of his songs. He used a phone to communicate with Gaster. But for Jevil, on the other hand, it's not quite as obvious. But once I thought about it, it really made sense. Well, he's always talking about cards. But what if I said he speaks in hands? Hands as in a hand of cards. If the next secret boss is something like that, that confirms it for me. Speaking of the next secret boss, what's it gonna be like anyway? Well, I've noticed a couple patterns between the two secret bosses that we have currently. Both current secret bosses are obsessed with freedom. Jevil thinking that he's the only one who's free, and Spamton wanting to be free. The reason I think the bosses are all obsessed with freedom is so Chris can realize that they can break free from the player controlling them. And as we've seen from the endings of both Chapter 1 and 2, it's starting to work. Also, Jevil mentions the Queen in Chapter 1. Spamton talks about Mike several times also. I personally think that Mike will be the main antagonist of Chapter 3. There's also plenty of evidence for a character similar to Flowey being in Chapter 3. The first piece of evidence I'll be talking about is the song Digital Roots, which plays in the basement of Chapter 2. Here it is in case you've never heard it. I don't know about you, but to me, that really sounds like the beginning of your best nightmare, which is the Photoshop Flowey fight theme. Not to mention the song is called Digital Roots, and the basement's covered in vines. The face on the TV at the end of Chapter 2 looks a lot like Photoshop Flowey's face on the TV. And going back to the basement, a rare face that appears if you go back and forth, looking behind you, there is that face at the bottom. And in the files, it's even called Friend. Also, by the end of Chapter 2, there are flowers in the garbage can. And, not to mention, there are pictures of Azrael all over the house, and things that he owned. Well, I think I'm going to end the video here, mostly because I'm rushed for time, but hope you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and goodbye.